Hello, welcome back to these videos where we learn English every day. So of course today I'm teaching about November holidays. Today we have a lot. We have actually 6, I think. So for Japan we have Culture Day, 753 Festival, Thanksgiving Day. And for America we have, let's see, Veterans Day, Thanksgiving Day, and Black Friday. So I'll teach about all 6 of these in the video. But before I get started, please give us a like below, and don't forget to comment which holiday you like the best, or which holiday you want to learn more about. We might make a video in the future about that. Or in your country, how about these November holidays? Something I might not be aware of. So as I live in Japan and I grew up in America, I'll mainly talk about those 2 countries. But you can of course teach me anything about the holidays in your country, or teach the people watching this channel. So of course, so we're going to do 6 today. Sorry, I'm losing my voice suddenly. So Japan, of course, Culture Day. Culture Day, usually on November the, sorry, I shouldn't say usually, always on November the 3rd. In Japanese, it's called Bunka no Hi, so Culture Day. So Culture Day is a very interesting one. It started in, when did it start? 1948. Yes, it started when the Constitution was ratified. The first Japanese Constitution after World War II was announced in November the 3rd, 1946. Then by by 1948, it became a holiday, and they announced that it would be a holiday. It was also the similar day to when Emperor Meiji birthday was, but they combined the 2 days. But they don't react with each other. They don't actually influence each other. So what Culture Day is interesting is, in my opinion, well, not in my opinion, it celebrates peace and freedom, and it celebrates culture. So a lot of universities, high school students, especially high school and universities, they'll have a day around that day or on that day where they'll have a festival and they'll celebrate different cultures. They'll do different, like in America, you might imagine a talent show. They'll do different things, like if they like America, they might do breakdancing. Or if they like British, maybe Beatles or something, they might sing Beatles music. Or BTS is popular nowadays. They might do something from Korea, or they might eat some food from Thailand. They might have food or culture or music or stuff. And in my opinion, it's used to, the reason it matters that it's after World War II, and it's used to celebrate all the different cultures of the world as they're coming to Japan. So it's kind of a great day to celebrate that. So then next would be Shichigo-san. It's not as popular in Japan, so that's the Japanese name. Shichi, meaning 7, go, 5, and san, 3, 753, Shichigo-san. So it's a day when it's a rite of passage. In Japan, I think there's 2 big rite of passages. One is this one, and then another is Coming of Age Day in January, where people become 20 years old. They become adults in Japan, so that's a big day. But in November, November especially 15th, they visit the shrine, the local shrines, with their children to wish for their health and happiness in the future, their well-being, their growth in the future. But usually Shichigo-san, 7 is for girls, 5 is for boys, and 3 years old is for girls. So when girls are 7 years old and 3 years old, they visit the shrine with their parents. When boys are 5 years old, they visit the shrine. Some, depends on the area, in some families bring their 3-year-old boy as well. But it's interesting to me that it's 2 years apart, because if you have a girl first, then a boy, then a girl, and they're 2 years apart, wow, you could bring them all the same year. So if they're 2 years apart, they might go together. So when the boy is 5, the girl might be 3. Or when the girl is 7, the boy might be 5. So they dress up in a kimono, traditional Japanese clothes, and they visit there and they pray for their health and happiness, and they eat what's called a let me make sure I get this name right. Wait a minute, here we go. Chitose ame. In translated would be 1,000-year-old candy. So of course it's long and thin and red and white candy. It symbolizes, of course, it's so long and thin, it symbolizes your healthy growth and your longevity. Of course, so you also, you're also given in a bag with a crane or a turtle on it, which represents long life in Japan. So of course, and sometimes the candy has some kind of face inside. You can, as you eat it, the face. So it's a really neat design candy. If you watch manga, this is Shichigo-san is used a lot in different mangas from Japan. So of course, next Labor Thanksgiving Day. So Labor Thanksgiving Day was a day, again, established in 1948. A lot of Japanese holidays started after World War II. So this is a day on November the 23rd. Yeah, November 23rd. So it's a day that celebrates in America we would say Labor Day, which is September, the first Monday of September. But they put Labor Thanksgiving Day because they combined their old Harvest Festival with Labor Day. And it kind of makes sense when you think about it. The Harvest Festival in Japan was Sai, maybe, if I pronounce that right. It's the Imperial's Harvest Festival. When the rice was harvested, they'd celebrate all the hard work. That's why Labor Day connected with Harvest Festival makes sense. Let's celebrate all the hard work that went into putting this rice on our table today. But nowadays, it's more just a day to thank employees. Like, thank you for your hard work. You did well this year. It's also, I don't know if this is ironic or on purpose, but that it's a day when a lot of Japanese companies give their employees bonuses. They have bonuses twice a year around, I think, July and also in November. They get a bonus. So in Japanese, they get a bonus. Almost all employees, all salaried employees get a bonus during this season. So it's kind of a set culture in Japan. So you're not, your bonus does not relate to your sales. It relates to your longevity in the company, like how loyal you are to the company, kind of. So that's Labor Thanksgiving Day again. So a day to thank our employees for putting the food on the table. Then in America, we have Veterans Day. It's not as popular as Memorial Day. If you know Memorial Day in May, I'll make another video about that sometime. But that's different. So it's important to remember that's different than this. Memorial Day in May pays respect to all the military that have passed away due to wars. So Veterans Day is a little different. Veterans Day is every soldier. So active soldiers, also live or dead soldiers, ex-soldiers, any soldiers. So it's a day that first, let's see, 1918. So I researched it here. So in 1918, when the World War I finished, they decided the 11th day of the 11th month, 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, we should respect as the day World War I ended, the big war. So that's why on November 11th hour of 11th day of 11th month, so on November 11th at 11 a.m., they'll pay respects to all the employees of the military in America. And it's a day to remember that. So from 1954, there was a lot of debate in the 30s and 40s, but 1954, President Eisenhower, Dwight D. Eisenhower, he was an ex-military soldier himself, a general, so he changed the day to not just celebrate World War I veterans, but also any veterans, anybody that worked in the military at all. So from 1954 onwards, so Korea's okay, Vietnam, any wars they participated in. So again, I should say though, it's a day we respect the soldiers who join the military. So it's not a day that we remember the wars we were in. So that's a lot of controversy around the world, maybe. Japanese has a similar day in Japan where foreigners think, I won't say which countries, but some countries think, no, you shouldn't celebrate that war. Like, you killed our people. It's not a day that we celebrate wars. It's a day we celebrate people, or we respect people that went and joined the military. A lot of them never even went to war. So it's a day that we respect that they went and joined the military and they fought for the country. So then Thanksgiving Day after that. Thanksgiving Day, one of my favorite days. I say that a lot, but I say that about Thanksgiving and Easter. But Thanksgiving Day is a great day. It's a day when a lot of families, Christmas Day is, in America anyway, these are American holidays I'm explaining. Christmas Day, of course, is a day when family comes together. But Thanksgiving Day is when, immediate family, so your family in your house, parents and children. But your Thanksgiving Day, you could invite aunts and uncles and grandparents. And it's a day when a lot of people might visit. And me being from Memphis, I had no family around except my parents and my sister. So they would come in sometimes for Thanksgiving Day, which I loved. So what do we do on Thanksgiving Day? Thanksgiving Day, is the fourth Thursday of November. So the fourth Thursday of November, of course, what do we do? Most houses in America do something similar to this, where we will wake up on Thanksgiving morning and the mother usually will start the cooking, but fathers start the cooking too. I researched this, but About 24% of females do all the cooking, and maybe 12 to 18% of males do all the cooking. So sometimes the father does all the cooking, sometimes the mother. In my house, me and my mother did most of the cooking. She did most. She was a great cook, but she would ask me to help, so I would help her out. I loved being in the kitchen. I was a shy kid, so I didn't have to interact with the family members as much if I was cooking, and I loved to cook. So we would cook, and then you'll cook all morning. It takes some people do it all night, but we'll cook at least all morning. The turkey probably takes 5 or 6 hours. Sorry, I should say a different food here. The turkey probably takes 5 hours. Of course, you have gravy to put on the turkey, because the turkey is a drier bird than a chicken, so we put it on there. And of course, mashed potatoes also we put on the turkey. Gravy we put on the mashed potatoes. By the way, if you're in America, of course you know this, but overseas, in Japan anyway, Kentucky Fried Chicken has French fries with their chicken. But in America, no, we have mashed potatoes and gravy with our set. So we have drink and KFC chicken and then mashed potatoes and gravy. It's a very big set. This is all year we eat, probably. More we eat in Christmas and Thanksgiving this season. But turkey is probably only, people think Americans love turkey. Turkey is probably only used Thanksgiving and Christmas. Turkey was almost called the American bird. Of course, now that's the bald eagle, but Ben Franklin loved the turkey so much. So it's a part of this celebration. So of course, mashed potatoes and gravy, and then with cranberry sauce, and we have stuffing. Stuffing, I don't have a picture of stuffing, it's called stuffing because you put it inside the bird. Stuffing is my favorite meal. Put in the comments below, what is your favorite meal from Thanksgiving? Is it stuffing, turkey, gravy? So mashed potatoes. So of course, I love them all. And then of course, we cook all morning. Then we also watch the parade, Macy's Day Parade out of New York, where they parade down the streets. They show the different floats. A lot of kids love to watch that, and sometimes the father watches that. Then also we have the football game in the afternoon. Nowadays, I'm not sure, I haven't lived in America in a while, but it used to be always in my area, we would see the Dallas versus Detroit game every year on Thanksgiving. And maybe the west part of America might see something different. So we would see the football game in the afternoon. And also eat. We'd eat around 2 o'clock, so we wouldn't eat lunchtime. You don't eat breakfast or lunch that day. You save all your energy for the big meal, which is between 2 and 4 o'clock in the afternoon, where we eat lots of everything. And people are confused why Americans cook so much for Thanksgiving, but because we eat it on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday when we go to work, we'll bring a sandwich with this stuff on it. A turkey sandwich. We'll have a turkey and cranberries and mashed potatoes inside the sandwich. So, of course, it's a big deal. So we eat all afternoon. And usually, Thanksgiving Day, everything is closed in America. Only family restaurant is open. So you could, if you're a single parent, you might go to a family restaurant. Or if you don't have a family coming in, or if you're living by yourself, maybe you're annoyed. Like recently I went to America, and Denny's, Shoney's or Denny's, they had a Thanksgiving spread like that, a buffet. You just pay like $15 and you go in, and you can get all the same stuff like this. They'll make it for you, for people that don't have a family to share with, Thanksgiving with. So of course that's a huge day. So don't forget, so cook in the morning and football in the afternoon. Macy's Day Parade in the morning to watch. That's 3 hours, and while that we're cooking, and all the families coming in, and football in the afternoon. And then next day is Black Friday. So the last day for the November holidays, Black Friday. I included this. I was surprised. So I always thought this was a holiday. In Tennessee, where I grew up, this was a day off. But I researched, only 20 states in America actually celebrate Black Friday as a day off, which surprised me because I assumed all of America had a 4-day weekend. So because Thursday is Thanksgiving, then Friday is Black Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday, so you have a 4-day weekend. So, but Black Friday, at least in my area, so I'll say in Tennessee anyway, how it was celebrated was usually the father and the boys will decorate. That's when we put up the Christmas tree for the first time. And so you can see my Christmas tree here. Sorry, I was pointing to it, but here. You put up the Christmas tree and the Christmas decorations for the first time. Christmas lights on the house. And usually start that day. That's the beginning of the Christmas season. And the mother and the daughters usually go out shopping. Sometimes the boys go out with the mom, or maybe the whole family goes out. It depends nowadays. But the Black Friday sales are a huge day. So they start 7 a.m., minimum 7. Usually stores open 9 or 10 a.m. minimum 7. Some open 6, some open 5. Each year they're trying to beat each other. I think a few years ago I saw one store opening 12:01, just 1 minute after midnight. So 12:01 a.m., boom, Black Friday sales. The reason is a lot of products, companies know that's the biggest sales day of the year. It's actually the biggest sales day of the year. It starts the biggest shopping season of the year, from the day after Thanksgiving until Christmas is the biggest season where companies make most of their money. The second biggest day of the year, by the way, for shopping is December 24, the day before Christmas, for people that are late shoppers. So Christmas is a big shopping season. So it's the biggest shopping day of the year, which means a lot of companies put out their products first time there. So the first Nintendo, the first Wii, the first like this kind of game, or if they want to make I want to make a new pen with a new design like Disney design, their products will come out brand new that day. Because of that, people know that it's brand new products, and a lot of stores give a discount that day. That it's crazy. It's like they'll run over each other. There's a great, what's it called, Jingle All the Way, I think. There's a great movie where they fight. I think it's Arnold Schwarzenegger fighting and Sinbad. They're fighting over getting the present for their children. So it shows how drastic it can get. I know this firsthand because I talked about this in other videos, but I worked for Kmart, which is like Walmart nowadays, or based in Japan. And I worked Thanksgiving Day to get ready, to prepare all the products on the shelves. So even though it's a day off, I was out of school that day, so I would work that day. And on Friday, Black Friday, I'd work all day from 7 a.m. until midnight. And it was crazy. So, with shopping carts and fighting each other, I mean, it was crowded. I shouldn't say fighting each other as much. People don't physically fight, but they'll jump and they'll grab a product. Like, hey, me first, or me first. So it's a crazy shopping of the year. By the way, while I'm on that topic, Black Friday is also grown overseas. In England, it's grown. Romania, I think Romania, I researched, is 74% of people enjoy Black Friday. In Italy and Spain, they have it. In Japan, it's weird, so I want to mention that because I live in Japan, that it's not a one day. Black Friday is kind of November sales. So they misunderstand it as Black Friday. It's weird saying Black Friday sales to me as an American, because that means that day. But of course, it's actually over 2 weeks or so in Japan, the end of November. Then the day I'll mention, just as a side note, of course, we have Thanksgiving and then Friday. The Monday after that, nowadays, is called Cyber Monday. It's the biggest, Amazon.com especially, biggest shopping on the internet day of the year. The reason is because, of course, the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you couldn't find the products. They were sold out of wherever you went. So on Monday, they'll go on Amazon.com or go on some website and order them online. That's why it's called the Cyber Monday, the biggest shopping day of the year online. Okay, hopefully, sorry, we did a lot today, so it was a longer video than usual. Of course, in Japan, just to review, we did Culture Day, Shichigo-san, Labor Thanksgiving Day. So, of course, Culture Day, November 3rd, Shichigo-san, November 15th, Labor Thanksgiving Day, November 23rd. Then, of course, Veterans Day, November 11th, Thanksgiving Day, 4th Thursday of the month, and Black Friday, 4th Friday of the month, and Cyber Monday, of course, is the day after that Black Friday sale. Okay, thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, watch some other holiday videos or other teaching videos here, and over here some other popular videos on our channel. Until tomorrow, have a good day and happy Thanksgiving. I hope you enjoy your turkey.